Hey guys, well, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. We're gonna do some experimentation here with this little wild thing. If we can get it to run, I hope we can. If it blows, it blows at this point. I really don't care. It's just for fun anyway. I was all over the place. The wife and I probably drove her crazy going to different places. Google will lie to you. I was everywhere trying to find the VP Race Fuels M1 Methanol. Several places said they were dealers had it. When I get there, all they have is the gallon of, it's basically like 100 octane race gas, I guess. Maybe 114, I don't know, but it's labeled as 4 cycle small engine race fuel. And $24 a gallon for race gas is crazy. I got 3 gallons of 110 octane yesterday for $27, I think. So we opted to go the route of heat. You don't want the one in the red bottle. It's called ISO heat. It's just isopuric alcohol. You may as well just go to the pharmacy section of Walmart and get some bottles of rubbing alcohol. Same thing, but boy, that's cold coming out of there. We chose to go the route of this. There's 128 fluid ounces in a gallon. I've got 12 of these. They're 12 ounces. And I even picked up one that is like a fuel line antifreeze from the Dollar Tree. Have no idea what's in it or what it's made from, but we may try that with something else, a different project. Who knows? But I don't think it really. We are having technical difficulties with the camera today. I'm assuming the battery is completely dead and we're running off the cable, and I don't really know what's up with it. I've got a brand new 10-foot USB-C cable hooked into it that just it'll cut off, say battery's low, and then cut right back on. I don't know. What I may do is just pause you guys, cut this off, and when I get this jug filled up, I'll bring you back and let this thing charge for a few minutes. Alright guys, I've got 120 ounces. That's close enough. The mixture I've got probably be closer to 16 to 1, whatever, who cares. This is what I've run. Like I said, I think I mentioned it before. It may have been in one of the videos where this camera screwed up and I had to redo. But I picked up probably half a dozen of these. It's been several years back. It's full synthetic. It's marine stuff, but 2 strokes a 2-stroke, it really ain't gonna matter. I run it at 32 to 1. I've had, knock on wood, one saw blow up here since I started using it, and it was a faulty piston from Little Red Barn. We've been over that. Had nothing to do with me or the tune-up or the oil or anything that was used, but just some really shitty quality parts I bought instead of paying a few bucks more and getting a good piston from the Duke or Meteor or Highway or something. And honestly, the piston from the Duke was probably less expensive than the Little Red Barn garbage I bought. Like we spilled a little bit. I know that jug's good. It's been sitting in the back seat of my truck with water in it forever. And that looked like it mixed up real nice. Probably wouldn't want to drink it, even though it smells really, really sweet. What I may do next is we yank the top cover off of this saw. I'm going to get this stuff over here out of the way somewhere. I'm willing to bet that may need put or something where it can vent. I don't know. I've got a lot of alcohol sitting here in the fridge. It's a lot higher proof than that in sealed containers, and it don't ever need to vent, so we may be alright. I've got to come up with a choke lever of some sort for this. I ordered a bunch of extra 372 choke levers. I've made a Farmer Tech order. I'm going to build another 365. The simple man. He hooked us up with a care package, a big box of parts. And then we're going to build I've got some old busted up cases that really ain't that good, and an old broke handle that I think I can epoxy back together. And we're going to try to put together like an experimental race saw kind of deal with some of those cracked, busted up parts. That's about all they'd be good for in my opinion. But I have a little short of this thing running the other night, talking about it, and then there's video of it. I guess you could say it's cutting. I timed it, and it was like in the same piece of wood, it might have been 1 second faster than the one I built for my wife, if not the same. And that saw's running an 18 on it, full house chain, full chisel, and this one had a little 14 on it, 710. It should have been eating the other saw alive with what was done, but we went back into it and changed some things around. It is, I've said earlier, I think it is handling the carb a lot better. It seems to be, it ain't, I don't think it's as snappy as it was before, but it does rev a lot higher and still holds a good 4-stroke up top while it's revving. But there's still plenty of room to play in it if I need to. But it ain't a high compression build at all. It's not bad for what it is. Probably once it's said and done might make 140 psi, maybe a little more if we're lucky, but I wasn't really going for that anyway. But I'm going to fire it up, if it will, here today on the pump gas, just to maybe have a comparison of how it sounds. Problem why it wouldn't start, I opened the fuel cap and it had fuel in it, but the strainer was turned straight up in the tank. I was not sure what the culprit of that was. That line I've got in it's a little long. That's probably the issue, but don't sit and pull your guts out on them, guys. Just stop and shift things out for a second. I'm hoping maybe I can get a tach reading. I don't have any idea where it's revving. It's not super high. I may have to go in and even do a little more work to get it to scream real high. But I know we have enough intake and carburetor for it to rev about as far as it needs to, but you also gotta have case compression, and there's a lot of them variables go into how high one of these bitches will rev, how light things are, how open the exhaust is. I'm thinking I'm going to take one of these old gaskets I've got, if not a new one, and trace out on a piece of steel, put the plasma cutter to work, and see if we can make us a flange, weld us a piece of pipe to it, and just go straight pipe on the thing. But let's see if she'll fire back up. Might not hit a lick again now that we have a choke hooked up to it. bad, and she's still fat and happy there, but I believe we get that alcohol in it, should turn on up a little bit. But right now I need to get what fuel's in it out. She's about damn near running on fumes anyway. Not pouring much of nothing out of it. But we're gonna put a good amount of this stuff in it. This funnel should still have a little bit of residual 2-stroke oil in it, so it should. And I've shook this up again, let it settle. Whoa, I want $1 worth on the table. I have to get that dried up, because if that stuff catches fire, you will not see it. It just burn you down, and you won't even know it. Who knows if it's junk will even fire back up. Stuff like this is fun, it's entertaining, it's experimental, like a science project. Boy, that stuff cleans good. I think I found some certain laminate floor cleaners had a lot of methanol in them when I was basically looking up and trying to find the easiest way to get a hold of it, and it seemed denatured alcohol, if you got the right brand and the heat, was the way to go with it. Alright, should we fatten the jets up just a touch, maybe a quarter or half a turn? It's still going to be running on. But a video I watched, a dude had stock saw, it was picking up like 1 second to 2 seconds in the cut just by going with straight methanol in it. He said the carb was stock on the saw, hadn't been touched, which who knows if you can believe that or not, but you could tell something sure kicked it in the ass in the videos after supposed methanol installed. Kind of about what I figured was going to go down there. Well, she is lean. Boy, is it not. Guys, this camera's acting up. I don't know where it cut off. I've had it running. Hope you've seen it. We've tuned on it. To get it as rich as I would want, it's gonna have to be drilled out somewhere. Hopefully you've seen it before the camera cut off. I did pull the plug. It looked alright. I'm half-assed tempted to bar it up and take it out back and set it in a piece of wood just to see what happens. It may just fall on its face and not do nothing from lack of fuel, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I'm going to pause you guys and let this stupid camera sit and charge a while. What's weird is it's got a cord plugged into it. I thought I had it set in the mode where it won't overheat. Maybe it's overheating, I don't know. But we'll figure something out and I'll bring you guys back. We rigged this up a choke for now. It'll work. I get, like I said, I've got some 372 chokes coming. it is what it is. It ain't gonna fall out. But I realized I didn't put the tack back on it, but I don't know, I'm about afraid to rev on it a whole lot. It's liable to send green and purple stuff everywhere. Alright guys, I don't know, let's see what she does. I'm giving it all the fuel it can get. We're gonna have to pull carb apart and drill it. I don't really want to do that one. I've got some less desirable ones. And I noticed I put these other logs right in my way, and that pile of wood's right in my way, so I'm about right over top of this junk if it decides to pop. She's gonna need a little more fuel in the cup, but I don't know. That wood's pretty dense. You can tell by how hard that chain's grabbing, but I don't know. I think the other one probably still outcut it. This one was like a second faster, I think, in the same piece of wood, but the wood was cut down to where it was smaller too. But I think the one where we just kept it simple on the port work, we left a 6 pin on it, 18-inch bar. I swear I believe it's a touch faster than this turd, but I don't know, it's fun. We'll get the carb drilled out on it, get some more ignition timing through at it to where we can take advantage of that alcohol. And like I said, there's a lot of tweaking left to do with this. I think choking up the blowdown on it may help it a little, but who knows. It's just kind of fun getting it to run on that alcohol. It is a little lean, but it ain't dangerously lean, I don't think, or she would have seized up and popped there in the cup. But bar buried in it, it just chugging right along through it. So I don't know, who knows, maybe a pipe will speed it up. Like I said, there's still a lot of tweaking left to do to it, but I'm going to end this one, I think. As always, thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all at least got a laugh out of this, and throw some ideas out there. I'll try anything on it. It's just experimental and for fun. Y'all have a good one.